Welcome, everyone. Today, we begin a journey into the haunted mind of Victor Frankenstein. But this isn't about the monster you think you know. This is about the man who built him and the family that built the man. What if I told you the real horror in Frankenstein doesn't begin in a lab, but in a drawing room? Let's uncover the cursed origin. The monster was not the first horror. The tragedy began before the spark of life. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is a story of creation, but the most crucial creation isn't the creature, it's the creator himself. To understand Victor, we must dissect the psychological and moral inheritance passed down by his family. This is the blueprint of a monster maker. Let's meet Victor's father, Alphonse Frankenstein, a respected public servant, but his defining act is one of private obsession. When his friend Beaufort falls into poverty, Alphonse hunts for him for 10 months. This relentless pursuit to save someone from despair becomes the first foundational element of the Frankenstein family ethos, the duty of obsessive rescue. Alphonse finds Beaufort dead, leaving his daughter Caroline destitute. He becomes her protecting spirit, rescuing her from ruin. 2 years later, he marries her. Shelley describes their bond as one of gratitude and reverence. Alphonse shelters Caroline as a fair exotic is sheltered by the gardener. Here, we see the second ingredient, protection as possession. Caroline internalizes her rescue. She transforms her pain into a passion for charity, becoming a guardian angel to the afflicted. This is not mere kindness. It's the repayment of a debt, an identity built on salvation. She becomes the moral heart of the family, and her need to save becomes Victor's inheritance. Take a moment. Think about this family dynamic. Rescue, protection, saintly sacrifice. What does this teach a young Victor about love? About responsibility? About control? Now, witness the pivotal moment. Caroline adopts Elizabeth, but not as a daughter, as a present for Victor. Elizabeth is framed as a destined object, a pictured cherub brought into the family for Victor to possess, protect, and cherish. This transaction sets the stage for Victor's understanding of love as ownership. Imagine Victor as a child, being told, "This is yours. Protect her. Love her. She is yours alone." How would that shape your idea of relationships? Victor's interpretation is absolute. He declares Elizabeth as mine, mine to protect, love, and cherish. This is not just affection, it's a claim of ownership. This is the final component of his psychological blueprint, the belief that love is enacted through total possession and control over a fragile, destined being. So what do we have? A family culture built on righteous rescue, saintly sacrifice, and absolute possession. They believe they can ward off fate through benevolence and control. This is the hothouse where Victor's psyche grows, a claustrophobic devotion that will later fuel his godlike ambitions. With this foundation, is it any wonder that Victor later believes he can rescue humanity from death? That he sees creating a perfect being as his destined project? That he reacts with horror when his creation is not the beautiful, angelic possession he expected? The blueprint was set long before he ever touched a corpse. Victor was prepared to love a creature like Elizabeth, beautiful, grateful, heaven-sent. He was utterly unprepared for a creature that was monstrous, independent, and demanded, not received, his devotion. His abandonment of the creature was a catastrophic failure programmed into him from childhood. So remember, the tragedy of Frankenstein does not begin with stolen body parts. It begins in the drawing room, with a family's noble, yet fatally flawed, understanding of love, responsibility, and creation. And that, my friends, is the cursed origin of Victor Frankenstein. A family's love, twisted into a blueprint for obsession and control. Next time, we'll watch as Victor leaves this hothouse and steps into the world of science, and see how this blueprint plays out in his quest to conquer death. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss Chapter 2. This is just the beginning. Until next time, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the real monsters are the ones we create long before the lab.